going through puberty. Now he's back going through school and battling with one of my true loves, Mono Black Trading Post. So the best thing about this matchup for Matt Pitzer's is that Matthias does not have any Geist of St. Trails.
Yeah,
it's huge. That's so big in this matchup.
That's going to be pretty important because Matt is playing a mono black post deck. His deck is just a pile of removal. And even if Matthias did have Geist, Matt would have Barter and Bloods, Blacks and Zeniths, Mutilates, tons of cards that can deal with that Geist. But the fact that Matthias doesn't even have them means that Matt's
removal is so low.
All of his removal is always going to be live.
Yeah, it's a tough match for Matthias. And Matthias does have 2 Rune Shatter Spikes that's good, but only 3 Mana Leaks. And in his sideboard, he only has a Dissipate for counter magic, so it's going to be a really tough one for him to win. I mean, but you do have to give it to him. Matthias Hunt is a Rookie of the Year, has been playing on the Pro Tour for a very long time. He is the more experienced Magic player.
Also, I'd like to point out that Matthias on his deck red sheet wrote, "Congratulations on getting married, JVL." So,
what was that?
Congrats on getting married, JVL. On
That's
his
so
deck list.
Awesome.
Thank you, Matthias. I appreciate it. And he's going to lead things off with a turn 1 Jataxian Probe, seeing Phyrexia's Core, Swamp.
Shiny Nihil Spellbomb.
Yes. Batterskull?
Yeah, Mutilate.
What is that one?
Black Sun Zenith.
And the last one, I believe, is Liliana.
Yes. I mean, that's a fine keep. You have a cantrip. It's really good against Delver. A lot of removal that's not that great, but a Liliana is also great. So, not a terrible keep on the draw. Just a handful of removal.
Nice. Remembering what Matt has there, and then let's see what he has for turn 1. It's a Seachrome Coast and a Ponder. Let's see. Ooh, sees 3 lands. Definitely shuffling this away. Not what you want to see when you're playing the Blue-White Delver deck.
No.
Generally, you don't want to draw more than 4 lands. I mean, getting a 5 is obviously, as the game progresses, you can do that. But in the early turns, you really want to have as many options as possible in terms of spells and just out-tempo your opponent.
That is definitely what you want to do. And because he didn't get the Delver, he's not going to start off with a lot of pressure, which gives Matt enough time to hopefully get a mana base set up. And he is going to be starting the game off with an Nihil Spellbomb, so Delver shenanigans aren't really going to happen. So there is Matt Pitzer to your left playing a Nihil Spellbomb. Matthias Hunt takes his turn, draws a Rune Shatter Spike. One of the best cards that he has for this matchup. I mean, just slam it. Yeah, get it into play. So there is a Rune Shatter Spike. Nihil Spellbomb definitely hurts any chances of Rune Shatter Spike dealing a lot of damage the first time it hits play. So, but it looks like Matt drew no land. He drew Doomblade and a Trading Post. So I could definitely see this Nihil Spellbomb getting popped this turn.
But unfortunately for Matthias, he's gotten pretty flooded. Already 5 lands between play in his hand. So.
Great card from Matt Pitzer. He drew a Mycosynth Wellspring, so now if that resolves, I don't think Matthias Hunt wants that to resolve. Since he already probed him, he doesn't know if he drew a land or not. I think it's a great Mana Leak target.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Like, the only way it isn't is if Matt drew a land in the last 2 turns and then just drew Mycosynth Wellspring. Yeah, there comes a Mana Leak, and there goes Matt saying go. You got me.
Yeah, so Matthias countering that Mycosynth Wellspring, keeping Matt stuck on 2 lands here.
Which isn't the worst because, like, if Matthias doesn't put any pressure on Matt, it's fine. He has to die before not drawing lands actually matters. Like, the game can go a little bit longer because Delver gets weaker in the late game anyway. So it's not the best position he can be in, but it's actually just not game breaking. All right, Probe and a Cavern of Souls goes to the graveyard. Matthias draws another Rune Shatter Spike. Not exactly what you want.
Yeah, especially now with the Nihil Spellbomb.
Yeah. And he didn't hit a creature, so now that Moreland Hunt, it can't even go active. All right, so there's a second Rune Shatter Spike. Shrug. A Trading Post. Yeah, he's just going to get rid of it now. Draws, doesn't hit a land, and probably now has to discard.
Yeah, I would assume so. So,
but I mean,
now with these 2 Rune Shatter Spikes that don't really do anything.
Yeah, he does have I think he just drew, yeah, he drew a Delver, and he has a Restoration Angel, so...
So we can protect that Delver from the
Doomblade.
Doomblade.
Alright, Moreland Hawk comes down, Delver hits play. And...
No
equip because of the Restoration.
So,
Matt. Oh, he drew a Mycosynth Wellspring. That's what he drew off of the
Spellbomb.
Spellbomb. That is going to help.
That's going to help a lot.
Yeah. That is going to get him not only 1 but 2 lands. So this, like, because he had that, I thought he was still probably a favorite to win the game. But now that he has more lands, now it's just great. Like, next turn he's going to be able to pop this Wellspring, get a land, Doomblade something, untap, and just start unloading all of his removal on this small board. So, unless this Delver flips this turn, this game looks really bad for Matthias.
I mean, things can change quickly, though. Vault Scour into 2 instants from Matthias would be pretty huge. But,
Blade Splicer. No, that's good. Blade Splicer is good. Just more pressure. Just get more things on the board.
Well, he knows that Matt has the Mutilate, so he can't just run it out now.
Yeah. He could, and then he could just snag it back. Then that makes his... I mean, if he doesn't get there, he's going to deal a lot of damage. Yeah, I like just putting as much pressure on the board, because you're not going to win the late game. Don't try to, like, play around anything. Just get as much board presence as possible and try to get there with some Moreland Haunt tokens and maybe like 1 or 2 off of the Runechanter spikes.
I like the Golem drawing.
All right, he drew a Mutilate. Is not enough to get there, so now Matt is going to have to pop that, go up, gain 1 life, go up to 17, and find a swamp. That now is going to turn his Mutilates on, and sends back the turn.
And Matthias is going to be able to come in for 10.
I would probably respond. I think he should respond right here and hit the Restoration Angel. Because his Mutilate's not going to be able to kill that anyway.
We have your cards. We would like to give them to you. Otherwise, we are going to divvy them up.
Yeah, unless he top decks Swamp next turn.
Again, if your name is Brandon, and you'd like to get your altered cards,
So
please come to the mana stage.
Vapor Snag.
Vapor Snake happens.
Pretty awesome there.
Yeah, 7 damage is going to come in, dropping Matt to 10. He's thinking about maybe equipping some Runechanter Spike and just getting some extra damage in, but I would much rather just let him Mutilate and then drop a Restoration Angel.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's coming next turn.
Yeah. Alright, that Karn is not what Matt Pitzer wants. He just wants to keep drawing some lands.
Yeah, so Matt going to be forced to Mutilate here.
Yeah.
Really no other option for him.
I mean, he does have full information, so what could happen is Matthias could, like, Vapor Snake his Blade Splicer and make a Moreland Haunt token, equip the Moreland Haunt token, attack, play Blade Splicer, or he can just play Restoration Angel after combat, or after post-Mutilate.
I mean, I think I like the first line better, because at this point you know that Matt has just a hand that's full of removal spells. And
you want to start getting those pikes live.
Yeah. And now that those pikes do some serious damage, it's a lot more relevant.
All right. Oh, his hat was in the way. I don't know what he drew. All right, he equips, sends in for 3.
And Blade Splicer coming to town. Oh, another Golem. A nice little drawing there. So, Matt, again presenting lethal.
Yeah, I mean, he just has to play that other Mutilate. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, Pitzer's just got a run a mutilate out there. Drew another swamp, which is nice. There are some riskier lines he could take, but at this point, I think that it's pretty hard to make any play other than mutilate.
Yeah, because then next turn you can play Trading Post, try to gain some life, maybe stop some bleeding, but you definitely want to get more cards. Yeah, you're facing 7 damage. You can't do anything else but kill that board. You're killing 3 creatures, and that leaves your opponent with 3 additional creatures using counting Moorland Hunt tokens, with the Restoration Angel coming into play and dying, making a token off of that, as well as the Blade Splicer.
Yeah, so I mean, it
I
looks
guess
like
maybe he's
he
deciding
has,
on Black Sun Xena.
Yeah, I think Black Sun Xena is probably the better play here. Yeah. So Black Sun for 3. Clear that board for Matthias here. And let's see, what does Matthias find on the top of his deck? It's a gut shot.
Not the greatest, but that can do an extra point of damage plus with those pikes.
Yeah, I mean, it can, all at once, if he's going to equip both pikes on one turn, he can make that gut shot be
Deal
a
3
lightning
damage.
bolt. Yep.
Yeah, so
So like an end of turn Resto Angel with both pikes is lethal.
yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so if Pitzer doesn't do anything but play Trading Post and pass, he can put Matt to 1 life unless he draws a 1 mana instant, and then that's game over.
And I mean, with the
Here is Trading Post,
Trading Post coming down.
and the turn getting passed.
Yeah, and it's looking like Matthias is going to be able to take this one down.
Actually, no, he needs to draw something or he's going to go to 1 life. He can only deal
6 plus...
7, 8, 9, 10. Trading Post gains 4.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
All right, so
Matt
he
can
is
go to
down
1. Yep. So this is some math for Matthias, like if he wants to waste the Angel or he wants to just use the token, but I think he wants to put the Angel in play because if there's no token in the graveyard, then he can't like play Blade Splicer and make token. I mean, I guess the Restoration Angel will probably die, but...
The Restoration Angel is
I
also
think-
kind of the most mana efficient play in
Yeah.
many ways. And if he draws a 1 mana instant, he just wins here. So it's worth it in many ways to do so.
Yeah. What did he draw? Another Blade Splicer. Equip, that's 7. Yeah. I don't think he wants to equip with both. It's kind of frustrating because you want to, but...
Well, he can only equip with 1, and then he still forces Matt to use the Trading Post.
Yes.
So that's probably the best line here.
I mean, Matt's going to use the Trading Post no matter what anyway. He's going to gut shot, so now Matt's like, oh, okay, in response, I'll probably do something about that. What's he going to discard? Liliana?
Discard this Liliana. Matt goes to 4 here.
Now he just has to say go. And
Hey, Matt, does he have more spot removal?
he doesn't have much spot removal. He has 2 more Go for the Throats, but what he really needs is some extra mana to start doing more things in a turn, because now he's like forced to kill off that Restoration Angel, and in response he'll make that, and that's game.
And
he should have he could have just mutilated to get an extra turn, but
yeah, sometimes you miss the activated abilities of lands. Gotta keep those in mind when you're making your decisions.
All right, equip, and yeah, and they go to game 2. So let's look at Pitzer's sideboard, he has another Liliana, which it's way better against the other version, so I think he'll probably take Liliana out because it doesn't kill Blade Splicer tokens. He has a Doomblade, though, that's good. He has 3 Ratchet Bombs that are still just awesome. 2 Duress, that's good. Curse, that's amazing. And that's about all I think he'll board. And the cards that I think can come out are Karn, Limerade, Liliana. You really only need Trading Post to win these games. But the big thing is, what does Matthias have for this matchup?
I'm just looking like post-board. Matthias is going to have a Dissipate.
A Divine Offering.
A Divine Offering, very good. Night of Glory. Does that come in?
I mean, it can, right? I mean, there's a bunch of mass removal. There's more mass than spot, so it's not like that great.
But I mean, most of his other cards aren't that good. Like he doesn't want to play this top end game because he loses the end game.
Yes.
So that kind of cuts out the whole Sun Titan, Consecrated Sphinx, that whole line of play. The Ghost Quarter, like you're not going to get Ghost Quartering away for XD score is not an ideal line of play. Talrand Sky Summoner, I guess could be fine, but I mean Celestial Purge is pretty bad against Matt Pitzer's deck. I think really he's bringing in a Dissipate, a Night of Glory, and a Divine Offering.
Not too many cards to board. Not really that exciting. I mean, he did get that first game, I think with a little luck and a couple really good plays.
Yep.
Like with, I mean, the big one was Mana Laking the Muggsynth Wellspring on turn 3.
Yep.
That was huge.
Nice. And that kept Matt choked enough on mana that he was unable to start doing a lot of exciting things.
More draft off. Also, pre-registration for the Legacy Open tomorrow.
So coming in this round, there was at least one mono green Infect player.
That was 6-0?
That was 6-0.
Yeah, that's so sweet. I just like this standard season is so much more fun than last standard season of just like Cobblade on Cobblade on Cobblade on Cobblade. Even post banning, it was still just Cobblade on Cobblade on Cobblade on Cobblade. So it's just great that with all these sets that people are just kind of playing whatever they want. Oh, it's nice. So Joe Burnell is still battling real close to table 1. Showing that at X01 can still make top 8. Just because he takes a draw doesn't mean he's out of this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins this round, he can probably still.
Oh yeah.
He
needs 2 wins. Yeah. Can't draw 3 times.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, Matthias again, sideboard not very strong for this matchup.
No.
But
well, I don't think he really was prepared to play this matchup.
Yeah, I don't think many people were expecting the mono black.
You don't wake up and you're like, you know what I don't want to lose to today? Trading Post. I better sideboard against it. There's a benefit to playing Trading Post. I probably have to I'm sorry, Trading Post. I want to get back together. Zombies is fun, but Trading Post is so sweet.
Post rotation, I may become a trader of the post.
It's really tough. There's nothing good for Trading Post.
I guess you're right. It just becomes
There's
terrible,
nothing,
right?
Yeah, there's
you lose
nothing
your
good.
Wellsprings,
you lose Wellsprings, you lose Pristine Talisman, you lose Wormcoil Engine.
Oh, you lose Solemn Simulacrum.
You lose Solemn.
Oh god, it's just terrible.
Yeah, there's nothing good for Trading Post.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Trading Post is pretty much just like one of those like vacation towns or oil towns, and then when the oil dries out, there's like, all right, sorry. It's not the post's fault. It's just like the environment it's in. The oil dried up, everyone left. Now there's this golf course everyone might drive by and play every once in a while.
Oh, man.
Town
I hate
shrinks.
Golf courses.
Well then, you won't.
Worst. I was on the top of a mountain about a week and a half ago, and there's this gorgeous view, and then there's just a golf course somewhere in the view, and I was like, that's disgusting. I literally like want to go there and like burn it. Like, come on. Like,
I'm a golfer.
It doesn't matter. I mean, why put that in like a beautiful place, like ruins, like
so much
nature.
land.
Yeah.
Your house ruins nature.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's something that's a little more necessary than a place where you like take a stick and hit a ball. I guess
but you
it's
could
all
say
relative.
that about every sport. You could say that this convention center, that Magic is taking up something, or that could be nature.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But
I think it's not that I hate golf courses. It's that I hate golf courses in like beautiful places where I don't feel
But
like
why
they
wouldn't
should
you
be.
want him? All right, we'll talk about this later. All right, Matt Pitzer comes down with an Nihil Spellbomb, one of the best cards you can have against Delver. Matthias Hunt pays 2 life for his probe and reveals 3 non-black lands, a Mutilate, and a Batter Skull.
That's a pretty bad hand for Matt.
That is not a good hand. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I switched from mono black to white, red, black based trading post, was because my Mutilates weren't good enough. I wanted a bunch of utility lands, but I didn't want my Mutilates not to do anything. Like that's why I was running, and because you're running Mycosynth Willspring, you might as well play a bunch of colors. Like it's not like it's that hard to do. So, Pitzer takes a second turn, plays out a Ghost Quarter, passes back, and Matthias Thought Scours himself. Flips over a Restoration Angel, Seachrome Coast, and draws an island or a Seachrome Coast.
See an island too, another island too. Terrible, terrible hand for Matthias.
He does not end up with good
Oh,
hands.
that's...
He probed and Thought Scoured and drew into 3 lands. So it could have been 3 spells, right? But that's what happened. And now his only card is a Snapcaster Mage, and there's a Nihil Spellbomb in play. That is not a spell.
That is not a spell. So Ichor Wellspring, I'm going to say Matt Pitzer's well ahead in this game.
Yeah, Mana Leak is fine, but not a great spell. Like, the game's going to go long. He's got an Ichor Wellspring and some cantrips, so...
Matthias is going to get to make a Spirit, but that's not going to be enough.
I mean, it starts a clock, right? Like, you gotta whittle your opponent down from something. And Matt's like, or Matthias is like, ooh, I get to counter something? This is going to actually do something? No. You always have to counter the Solemn. It ramps you into not being able to Mana Leak anything.
I think he's thinking that he needs to apply pressure. I mean, he's not going to win a long game.
But that doesn't apply pressure.
Spirit does apply pressure. I mean, it's 1, 1, 1, yeah.
It's a 1/1. That's not much pressure.
It's nothing, right?
I mean,
Like,
I'd
think
much
about
rather.
this, all right.
No, you think about this. There's a Solomon play that now you will not be able to Mana Leak the other spells. Soon, those Mana Leaks are going to be dead. The 6-drop isn't even relevant because you don't need to put pressure on your opponent. So, like, you should just counter the ramp spell. Not only is it going to gain value, it's going to get a land and it's going to be sacked to a core, but it's just an annoying card to have. I wouldn't have done that. Nope, that is more than 1 card. Alright, 1 damage from Matt.
Yes,
You always
sir.
counter the Solemns. Got in there for 1. Pressure is on. Matt Pitzer is down to 19.
I mean, I think this game is... I think it's a very long shot that Matthias wins this game. Extremely
His
long.
hand is Mana Leak 3 lands, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean...
I still would have let Matthias just cantrip there. I wouldn't have sacked the Nihil Spellbomb for no value.
Yeah,
Alright.
I didn't draw the card.
Here comes more ramp. Now you have to counter. Oh, what are you doing? Yes. He is a... Matt, tighten up. You are playing really sloppy. You're embarrassing Fargo right now. I'm kidding. I love you. You're playing Trading Post. Alright, Mana Leak on Pristine Talisman. That card. That is the card that at Worlds I wanted to play this control deck, but it wasn't good. It was because I didn't find Pristine Talisman. That was the card I needed. Oh, I regret not having that card. As Tom Martell and Andrew Cuneo playing some blue-white control deck with Pristine Talisman, I was like, I missed it. Feels so bad now. And why would you just attack with your Solemn pre-combat? Alright, he gains a life. Goes up to 18. Matthias Hunt untaps, finds a Ponder, desperately needed Ponder, into Thought Scour land Restoration Angel. That's great. So he puts a Restoration Angel in his hand.
That's
Gets
pretty awesome.
to Thought Scour away that extra land.
That's about as good as it could have been, right? I mean, especially with double more land haunt. Let's draw this angel. It's a bash in for 3 here. Matt gonna be at 16. Tie ball game.
All right. Matt Pitzer gets to untap with a ton of mana. Tons of awesome spells. Alright, taps Spirit Ruin and Ghost Quarter, plays Mycosynth Wellspring, gets another Swamp. Starts to build his measures. How many lands is he actually playing? Because it seems low. Yeah, he's playing 22 with only 2 Mycosynths. I actually like 23 2 Mycosynths.
I mean, he does have the Pristine Talismans.
Yeah, I mean, Pristine's good, but I mean more so just like when I'm building Trading Post decks, I think 23 actual mana sources with 2 to 3 Mycosynths is right.
That's fair.
Like, you just need to make sure you hit your first 4. Like, your deck is designed to be really powerful in the late game. Make sure you get there. Like, you can flood out a little bit, that's fine. Your spells should pick you up on that. They should pick up the slack on that. Alright, so he gets a Swamp, and now he's deciding what he wants to do. He can Wrath the board if he wants to. Alright, 3 mana brings... Wow, he sideboarded a Nighthawk?
I've seen a lot of people siding in Nighthawk against Delver.
Take that, Matthias Hunt.
And Matthias is not going to be happy about a Vampire Nighthawk.
Bad attack. Now you're tapped. He takes it. He didn't want a Resto Angel. Probably wants to get value on it.
Alright. So... Matthias running out another Moorland Haunt here. Now he has the option of Restoration Angel, Blinking Snapcaster Mage to Mana Leak something if he needs to do that, but looks like Matt Pitzer is going to be out of Mana Leak range very quickly.
Yes. Alright. Nighthawk is so much better than you always give it credit for.
It's just always awesome.
Yeah.
One of those cards. It really doesn't look as good as it actually plays.
No. Never. Almost never. Like, Matthias has to trade his Restoration Angel for it if he wants to. Like, he just takes it. Matt Pitzer gains some life, Matthias Hunt loses some, and I mean, if you're in Pitzer's spot, you have to like be afraid of Snapcaster Mana Leak, right? Or Restoration Angel into Snapcaster Mana Leak. I guess you don't care if your opponent runs that out because you have Mutilate and Black Sun Zenith. You're fine with wrapping the board. Alright, he does just say go. Thought Scours away, Seachrome Coast Glacial Fortress, draws into another land. So many lands.
So many lands.
Alright. Restoration Angel, target Snapcaster Mage, blink that, target Thought Scour. Vapor Snake, Probe in the graveyard. And it was blue. It wasn't a land, it was blue.
It's good.
It was a Delver of Secrets. Oh, no, Consecrated.
That's a big one.
Wow.
I don't think it's impossible for Matt to win this one anymore.
Well, if Consecrated ever comes down, he does have the Mycosynth to get the one extra land he needs to Black Sun Zenith. So he attacks with everything. If you're going to play Consecrated, you should have played it main phase 1, right? Or maybe he's just trying to get the Doomblade out of his hand. If he has one, he's like, maybe he'll just kill my Restoration Angel. Alright, so Snapcaster Solemn bounce off each other. And gets to draw a card. Is that a Karn? Alright, yeah, he's just like, I want to draw some cards.
Leans back in his chair.
Alright.
Pops the Spellspring.
Yep, that gives him his 8th land, just enough to Black Sun Zenith the entire board away.
Nice, he's going to get to draw 2 cards here.
Yep.
And then he'll get to play whatever he wants into that Pitzer here. So he did bring in the Consecrated Sphinx. And not terribly behind. He's accrued a bit of card advantage over the course of this game. Matt's deck, though, much better equipped to that type of... You know, like like Matt's deck is going to outcard Matthias's in long game.
Oh yeah, as long as he, you know, if he kills the Consecrated Sphinx, as long as Matthias didn't draw Vapor Snake to like just try to generate a bunch of card advantage, it's just back to square one. Black Sun Zenith, and we're back to square one. You drew a couple cards, but you got to start putting pressure on me again.
Attention, Legacy Challenge players, pairings for round 2 have been posted. Pairings for round 2.
I have been to so many of these, and I don't even know what the prize support for the Legacy Challenge is. Still have no idea what you win.
That's not the one we're covering.
And we have a Sun Titan. Yeah, he just
So
brought
he
in
did
all
go
of
for
his.
the
He brought in his
top end.
windmill slams.
Pairings have been posted.
Yeah, I like Matthias's angle. He's like, you know what? I can't go under him, so I have to just put every big thing in. Hopefully, he can't deal with one of them.
And Matthias has to keep these on top. It's just, again, too powerful.
Did you see the ponder? I missed it.
I believe it was Sun Titan.
Yeah, Sun Titan Divine Offering.
Was it Divine Offering?
It's a white
Pretty
card.
good.
It's a white
Looks like
card.
Divine Offering.
I think he's just figuring out how he's gonna keep it. I mean, he obviously has to keep it.
Yeah, you can't shuffle any 3-card iteration of
Yeah.
Sun Titan right now, I don't think.
All right, he has a Snapcaster Mage, and there goes Delver
Single Delver of Secrets.
and an Island. Problem is, they might draw. Like Matt, 18 minutes is not a lot of time for a trading post deck. I know he does have the Worm Coil engine, so that's good.
Alright, so you're gonna need to play fast.
All right, Bear Ruin off the top. I think that's his 9th land, so he might be more happy just slamming a Worm Coil engine now.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got to play fast.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, you just forget.
Attention Magic players, time to sign up for the last draft of the evening.
All right, he's just gonna
Last
run out of Batter
draft
Skull.
of the evening. You want to get in one more $10 draft? Come on up to the side of the stage.
All right, and I like that he's just keeping all of his colorless lands open. All right, there's the cute germ. It's the cutest
It's
little germ
adorable.
ever. Aw. I don't even care if it gets me sick. It's so cute.
It's like the thing from the game where you shoot the bubbles.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
All right, so Moreland Haunt gets active. There's another spirit.
It's going to flip this Delver with a Divine Offering.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, hi, Batter Skull. Meet Divine Offering. I hope you don't tap all the way out. Alright, so that is 5 damage in the air. That would knock Pitzer down to 13.
Yeah, and here, I mean, he can also use his Phantasmal Image and copy this Insectile Aberration, forcing Pitzer to use a Wrath effect next turn, and then the Phantasmal Image comes back for free, copying Sun
Yep.
Titan.
Yeah, that's
So
definitely
it's
a play
kind of a
I would
nice,
use.
nice little interaction that he has going on right now. So.
He could also copy the germ, but then it would die because it has no host.
Yes. Alright, so the Cavern, naming Human.
I mean, he's got a million mana, and there's no counters in the other deck. Does not want to play it.
Chooses not to. It's reasonable. There are definitely arguments with both ends of the spectrum.
All right,
here.
because he has Snapcaster Mage and Divine Offering, do you think he just Divine Offerings his Batter Skull when it attacks? Yeah.
I think so.
Forcing Pitzer to pick it back up. And now if he tries to recast it, it gets countered. I think this is the perfect time to play a Mutilate. Plays around Manalik, and you don't really want to toy with the strategy. Like if Matthias is willing to just slow you down with a Divine Offering, you got to go for it. Yeah. All right, Mutilate comes down.
Yes, so.
And so does Pristine Talisman. And this is going to help give Pitzer a small amount of life gain. But he's out of really good removal, and that Sun Titan is going to hit play.
That's counting out how much mana he has. He does have enough to Snapcaster Mana Leak and cast Sun Titan.
Or you can play Sun Titan, copying Blade Splicer, play Phantasma, which copying something else. I mean, he has been removing all his creatures, yeah.
I think he's gonna be forced to return a land here.
Yeah, he took all of his Snapcasters out for that pressure.
Hey, that pressure is...
That pressure is not allowing him to ponder.
That's true.
Yeah, it's real bad. He just made a Snapcaster Mage. Or I guess it was a Delver one that he made, but yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, so Matt Pitzer staying at parity here. Spirit bouncing off the Pristine Talisman.
He untaps and gets to slam some Lifelinkers, but does not, know that Matthias Hunt has... Ooh, perfect card.
Now Spellbound's pretty good here.
Yeah. As you can see, Matthias shuffling his cards. He's like, uh-oh. My shenanigans over.
I mean, that's the problem with shenanigans. Sometimes people are just like,
now he's kind of forced to maybe Snapcaster Mage a Thought Scour if he has one still. Because if that Nihilus comes in, then that Snapcaster doesn't get any value. That Phantasma Mage doesn't get returned by Sun Titan. That Consecrated Sphinx doesn't get brought back with a Moorland Haunt. Like, all these things become problems.
So, just thinking about this line here, and yeah, just gonna Snapcaster. Thinking about whether or not he wants to target this Divine Offering, or
yeah, I mean, he can just Divine Offering the Pristine Talisman. I mean, it's not a great play, but it's better than just letting a Snapcaster just rot in your hand. Alright, so everything is resolved, and... No, he's not... Yeah. Matt's thinking that he's just going to use it right now, but he's just going to let it sit there in case, like, Matt plays Batterskull or something. Alright, so now he activates it now, so he doesn't get any of his artifacts killed. Then he pays that, so he has a floating colorless, pays to draw a card off Spellbomb. Was that a big removal spell?
I believe it was a barter.
A second barter? No, go for the throat.
Ooh,
so he's going to go for the throat
nice.
that and play Wormcoil or Batterskull. Plays Wormcoil Engine, and Matthias' last ditch is just to copy that. Matthias might end up conceding this one just to try to win game 3.
Attention Magic players, I just need 3 more for the last $10 draft of the
Dropping Matt down to
Just
13
3
here.
more. Also, pre-registration for tomorrow's Legacy Open will be closing at the end of this round.
Top.
3 more for the last draft, and pre-registration for tomorrow's Legacy Open will be
All right,
closed.
so Blade Splicer coming in, making a Golem. Phantasmal Image coming in, making a Golem.
That is a lot of board presence.
Yeah, I'm choosing to make 2 first striking Golems instead of copying the Wormcoil engine, deciding that he just wants to try to keep the Wormcoil at bay by having enough first striking power
Yeah.
on the table. Gonna be able to make an extra spirit here, his opponent's end step, just hoping that there's no removal spell, but fortunately for him, there's a Black Sun Zenith, and he's probably gonna pick up his cards when that happens.
Yes.
I know I would. Alright, and a Black Sun Zenith for 3. Let's see. Does Matthias just pick up his cards? Yeah.
Yeah. He just wants any opportunity to win this last game.
With over 9 minutes remaining, it's going to be pretty difficult for Matt Pitzer to win this match, but definitely possible. And Matthias Hunt, his deck very capable of winning in that window. Perhaps he's going to sideboard a bit, make his deck a little more streamlined, make it better on the play. I very like this. Somebody on Twitter mentioning to us that Ryan O'Connor is a Fro Tour champion.
A Pro Tour champion. Yeah, my internet was down for a while, so I'm double checking what everyone has said. It is Black Market is a really good name for mono black trading post, but you got to keep them great.
Yeah, I've had a few people tell me to call it Black Market. All right, so for sideboarding here, do you think Matthias is going to keep that top end in his deck?
He has to. Like, I guess he can go try to go under.
Spike out, which seemed really surprising to me.
I mean, you have Nihil spell bombs. They're not like the greatest spell.
They're still fine though.
Yeah. Matthias is in pure focus mode, and Matthias is mulligan. So, you know, these are the crazy times. Like can happen, and like they're so frustrating. But like you concede early to try to get that last game in against control, and then you mulligan into oblivion, and then like the control dish is like has like the turn 6 kill, like plays their threat, and you're like, well, I mulligan it to nothing, and I have nothing. All right, hit you 3 times, the game's over. And you're like, well, if I just played out game 2, we would have drawn.
You gotta,
right?
I mean, that's happened to me.
Yeah,
obviously.
Times, yeah. You just mulligan into oblivion, and your control opponent that kills you with Karn kills you with Karn in 6 minutes. And you're like, how did this happen?
I cannot believe it. He just ultimated the same to Cold Bolas 3 times to kill me.
No. Ow, there's 4 minutes left. Played really fast. I had no plays. He ultimated to Nicobols. Well, we're going to 5, but Tyson's down to 5. Matt's like, all right, dude, shuffle faster. I have a chance to win now. I bet you're going to see Matt just play at lightning speeds.
There he's got a...
He seems like sad. I don't know.
Matt Pitzer apologizing to Matthias. Matthias says, don't apologize yet.
Yeah, is that what he said?
Yeah.
All right, I see Mana Leak, land, something. All right. Dissipate, Mana Leak, 2 lands. Not an aggressive draw that you want. And the duress.
Surprised took the Mana Leak over the Dissipate. But...
Yeah, they're going to be live for so long. You might as well take the card that's more flexible to cast, right?
It's reasonable.
All right, Matt has to start playing faster. Can I go tell Matt to play faster? Oh, that's against Rose? Okay. Like, if you see that information, you just start going lightning speed. I have to get through 2 counter spells and I win the game.
Oh, he played the... I don't like that. It's a Nighthawk in hand.
Just run him out of counter magic?
Yeah, you just gotta jam everything, right?
Yep. Oh no, he wants to make sure he has his 4th land drop.
That's fine, I guess.
All right, 5:36 on the clock. Matthias definitely has to find some pressure or some defense, because if he does nothing, Matt Pitzer can actually just get there for the win. He has 2 threats in hand. He needs to find a 3rd to get through the counter magic he has to fight. All right, here's a Solemn that just has to get countered. Ooh, there is a Resto Angel, but maybe Matthias just lets that resolve and gets his own Solemn. But this is going to leave that mana leak worse. And now, you know, Matt is probably regretting taking that mana leak, and it's not to dissipate, so you can actually get out of range. All right, Phantasma, you come down from Matthias, copying the Solemn Simulacrum, going to go get an island, sending the turn. They're going to trade Solemns. They both draw cards. They're both happy.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's a winner.
I'm happy. Are you happy?
Of course.
Troy seems happy.
What's up, happy dude?
Jeremy seems sad.
Alright, so, Ty's passing the turn back. Ty's not going to trade this Solemn Simulacrum if Matt offers it.
Alright, mana is open. Here comes a Batterskull. Puts a token on it, says go. Alright.
Glacial Fortress?
Glacial Fortress is his 5th land, but his options are limited. He has 2 counter spells, a Restoration Angel, and another image. Not much you can really do with that. That Batterskull is going to start hitting. But there is only 4 minutes left, so like Matthias does have enough cards that he can slow the game down.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to find the Divine Offering, it wouldn't be so bad for him here.
Alright. So that comes down, and now Matt's just going to start sending a Batterskull in. If it ever gets double blocked, he can just equip to the Solemn, start attacking with that. Yeah, Matthias is just like, come on, dude. I just need to know how many songs you have.
Yeah, I mean, Ty's looking for his outs here. Double block.
Alright, double block the Batterskull.
And I like that play.
Yeah, takes away the Germ. He wants to keep his Germ in play. I don't really know if I like that.
It's an artifact. Can't hit it.
Oh. Whoa. Oh no, you're forced to hit the only legal target. Kill the Germ! Alright, so now he draws 2 cards. Suntide. No, there's a Spellbomb. It's just too shiny, we can't see it. There is still an Nihil Spellbomb in play, though. Right, what does Matt want to do? He can play a Pristine Talisman. He can play... Has he played a land yet this turn? No, he hasn't. So he can play a Mycosynth Wellspring and then play a Nighthawk if he wants to.
Pretty good. Instead of choosing to play on this mana leak here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? There's a Nihil Spellbomb. Yeah. Matthias is just trying to run one on him.
Sneaky snake.
I'm like, whoa, that was not enough time to respond, Matthias. Come on. I like the ambition, but
yeah, I mean it's a brave series of events.
Yeah. All right, equip, hit for 6. Matthias is back in reality. Yeah. Doesn't have 3 Sun Titans in play. Getting hit with a Batterskull. That was so good.
It's pretty awesome.
All right, Mycosynth Wellspring brings a swamp out for Matt Pitzer. Matthias untaps, draws another Blade Splicer.
Blade Splicer, not the worst here.
No, gonna play a Blade Splicer, and he has Restoration Angel, so Matt Pitzer will attack, but the problem with this is... Oh, the Gulf for the Throat is gone. Never mind.
Yeah, it was used on the Sentai.
Yeah.
Attention Magic players, this is last call to
I
pre-register
do not
for tomorrow's
think
Legacy Open.
Either of these players are
Last
going to
call
win
to
this game.
pre-register for tomorrow's Legacy Open. If you wish to pre-register, you need to make your way to the side event stage.
Alright, Nihil Spellbomb comes down. No. Oh, yeah, it's so screwy because, like, now he just, you know, telegraphs the Restoration Angel. I mean, he doesn't even have to activate it right away because he can do it in response. Oh, I like it. He's Black Sunning for 3, which forces him to just bin everything. I can get behind that play. I like it. Huh?
I think, I think Matthias is going to have to dissipate this. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, this is turn 0. That means that Matt only gets 2 turns to attack. Yeah, this is going to end in a draw. Matthias is far too hungry for the win to give it up.
Oh, yeah. No way. I mean, you don't give this up. No, none of us would.
No, because then you leave yourself with
this
1
is
win in instead of 2.
Yeah, this is a draw, and this is a fair draw.
Yeah.
I mean, Matthias has played fast this game, too.
Yep.
Like, really fast, you know. He has in no way tried to manipulate.
Oh, of course not. And it should have been a forced draw. You would have played out game 2 forever, too, right? If he was playing for the draw, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm even saying, if it was like Matt Pitzer's turn 5 and he puts Matthias down to 1 life, and Matthias has 0 cards and 0 permanents and plays 0 cards in that, you still take the draw. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
he gave Matt every opportunity to get to that position, so. All right. Wait, I thought that got Black Suns in it, didn't it?
Dissipated the Black
Oh, he
Suns
dissipated,
unit.
okay.
Using that opportunity of Matt Pitzer being tapped out, doesn't want to
Maybe
lose the
Wellspring?
Restoration Angel to a instant speed spout removal spell.
Sacrificing it, going up to 40 life.
Yep. And
Attention Magic players,
Matt
you're in
Pitzer
draft number 7.
looking to see if there's a way to win this game before it draws, but
At the side event
doesn't look like
stage.
that's going to be a possibility for him.
$10 draft number
Yeah.
7.
All right, so Matt, I mean, it's gonna draw.
Yes.
He can do everything he can to be as aggressive as possible, but I think it's just gonna be a little too much. So Matthias here, gonna block this Batter Skull,
Yeah.
and gonna trade with that Nighthawk. It's pretty reasonable. And when he's trying to draw, he's trying to draw.
Matt Pitzer goes up to 48.
Mm-hmm. Pristine Talisman.
Alright. Matthias untaps, just has to survive 1 more turn.
And a Restoration Angel again.
James, Cavalry James, your
Another
draft
token.
is waiting on you. Please keep your judge at the side of that stage.
And
So, some Wellspring.
yeah, unless Matt Pitzer is somehow able to win the game this next turn.
I cannot think of a single card that could do that.
Neither can I.
Trading Post is good, but not that good.
Can only do so much.
Yeah. Alright, Matt takes his turn, untaps, draws.
And Profane Command for the win.
I mean, he did draw a card that cost black X, so.
That's
Black Sun Zenith.
but I mean, Matthias still even has the Moorland Haunt.
Yeah, I mean,
Just infinity jump blockers. Good show, gentlemen. Good show.
just blocks it. Play Swamp, passes back.
And that's it. Draw.
Draw. Yep, untap draw. And now I think Matt's like, I have the lead, and Matthias is like, I don't care, we both have double winning ends.
Yeah.
And Matt's like, well, that sucks. And Matthias is like, sorry, bro, that's how magic works.
Yeah. And that is how it works.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the whole experience thing. All right, welcome back, everyone. Brad Nelson.
And I'm Jacob Van Linden.
Really like that match.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great match. Both players played pretty tight.
Very grindy, and that just shows you, like, something that doesn't really happen on camera a lot. Matthias did anything in his ability to try to win that match, and he almost ended up losing it because he conceded a little bit early to get that chance in Game 3. And that just shows you, like, in that position, even though